fight together. Retreat!
We're just gonna walk away. It's not that big a deal. Anyway, we're going back to the Stone Split Gap to see if there's an entrance to the Dwarf Village. And to my recollection, it didn't appear that there was an entrance. So we're gonna have to investigate.
It is unwise to get in our way. No, thank you.
Well, Dwarf Tunnel is supposed to be around here, right?
I finally get to work out. See this wall here? It's actually an illusion made with refracted light. Cool, huh? You know, they used to call this place Gem Valley because of all the crystals in the rock walls. The crystals are how the dwarves disguise the entrance. Here, look. This big rock looks normal, but I can shine my light to nullify the illusion. I know you want to see, right? Ta-da! Here's what the entrance to Dwarf Tunnel really looks like. Now get in there!
I tried this before, but if you walk into the illusory wall while it's still up, it's still a wall. You can't go through it.
Dwarf Village, right under all of our feet.
Come on, let's buy some Nitromyte.
Alright, so Dwarf Village, or more of a colony since this place is underground. As I live and breathe, topsoilers! You done saw through our trick entrance, did ya? Well, welcome to Dwarf Village! I don't even know what accent I was going for with the dwarf, but okay then. It seems that the dwarfs here are using the illusory wall as a means of protection. The one is so different underground, it sounds, I'm surprised there even is a draft in here. This place is absolutely crappy. But hey, at least it's not dark enough to the point where you need a flashlight. Some RPGs go that route, so this game is generous. But anyway, this village is settled enough to where it has an armor and weapons shop, an item store, and a place for bed. The weapons and armor in this place are not that much better than you'll get in Maya, so I'm just gonna hold off on buying stuff here.
Yeah, watch the shopkeeper. Done got a job to do. The tunnel's a mess further in. Ooh-wee, let me tell you. Well, there's a lot of monsters, so you should buy some items first. I am minding the shop. Well, on that note, welcome.
Look for Watts. First, let's rest up in the cave. That's probably the most bizarre thing to think about, is just sleeping in a cave. A place where the air is all stale and cold, there are venomous bugs and animals, and there are apparently 3 beds with hay bales on them. Okay, that's not the weirdest thing I've ever seen in this game. And we got some more item seeds, so let's see what pops out. Fairy walnut and 1 more cup of wishes. Everything else is just blah. The fairy walnut is useful and that will give you 50 MP back after using it. But nevertheless, I'm going to rest our heroes. Not like Ghostbusters on the NES. They're just sleeping. Don't worry, they're not dead. It is Salamando Day, which means absolutely nothing because enemies related to Earth are not weak to fire. And we don't even have fire skills yet, or wind skills yet, so we're kind of screwed. Cave life is just not my style. What do I look like, a mole? You know, I agree with Angela for once. What the hell is this place? And I feel like Angela may have just jinxed us. There's probably going to be a big-ass mole somewhere in the caverns. But I'm just speculating.
Well, looking for Watts, huh? Well, he's further down the tunnel. Give me a sec. I'll make a path for you. You're welcome! kind of weak for adventures, eh? Well, be seeing you.
Okay, an explosive pickaxe. That might be the funniest and strangest and just downright most badass thing I've ever seen in this game. And the gang is no worse for wear. They're just slightly startled. Maybe missing a couple of fingers, but they're alright. They're the main characters. Don't confront Watts if you know... Beware cave-ins. Don't confront Watts if you know what's good for you. Oh, screw cave-ins. There's no such thing in this game. I hope. Anywho, we got more goblins in the mix. Don't worry, we are introduced to more extreme enemies as well as a color swap of the goblin. Already a color swap. I'm genuinely surprised. The song that's playing right now is called Few Paths Forbidden. The reason I bring this up is because, other than the music sounds good, the song titles barely make any freaking sense at all. And here are just some of the other song titles too. We got such classics as Axe Spring Storm, Hope Isolation Prey, Another Winter, not the Anamanaguchi song for Scott Pilgrim, and Secret of Mana. There's a song in this game called Secret of Mana that's kind of fourth wall breaking, but okay then. And my personal favorite, Damn Damn Drum, because to hell with that damn drum, that's why. So you're probably wondering, is there a deeper meaning behind the song titles? I don't know. They're just Englishy. Ah, here's Watts. I need your fantastical dynamite.
Yeah, I'm Watts. Who's asking? Oh, you want Nitromyte? I got some here. It'll cost you, though, 5,000 lucre.
Oh geez, this guy's an internet grifter before internet grifters were a thing.
Not an easy mark, huh? Fine, I can give you a discount. How's 3,000 lucre sound?
You call that a discount? You can shove that discount up your ass, buddy.
Guess there's no deal then.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, wait, I ain't got time to chat. I'm looking for Gnome, our patron elemental. He ain't nowhere to be found. There's just been so many dang quakes and rumbles down here. I came to check on Gnome, but he was gone. What a mess. No time to waste. I'll be deeper in the caves looking for Gnome.
No, wait! He's gone. Give me a break. I gotta get back to Volsena as soon as possible.
We have to try and bargain with Watts. Don't let him get away. Besides, I'm still a little worried that Gnome is missing. I have a bad feeling that I just can't shake.
Good job, Duran. The guy ran off. Ugh. I know I pick on Duran a lot, but sometimes the dude deserves it. Anyway, we got a new enemy types, slimes, and they can actually pose a threat in this cramped environment. They have a couple of large-scale attacks, mainly the putty toss where the slime will throw smaller pieces of itself around in a circle. That was an oval! It has to be a circle! And the ice smash where somehow the slime knows ice elemental attacks? I don't know. They just do for some reason. But the single greatest thing about the slime monsters in this game compared to Secret of Mana is that these bastards don't multiply like crazy like they did in that other game. No longer do you have to worry about almost getting a killing blow on the slime only for it to multiply into like 2 other slimes and they're just like, well shit. I gotta have to start over. But yeah, that's that nuisance out of the way, but they could still poison you too, so you gotta watch out for that.
I can't get enough of this power.
Alright, Dickhead Duran leveled up. Nice, I like it. Now here's the second new enemy of the caves. Mole bears, who look surprisingly like kind of Sonic the Hedgehog. They are dangerous at close range. The mole bear's spin attack can knock over somebody that gets hit by it, and that move hits hard. The spin attack is easy to dodge as the hedgehog has to rev up. Or mole bear, which looks kind of like a hedgehog. And there's that close to death sound again. Honestly, not the most annoying sound ever in gaming when somebody's close to dying. I'm gonna have to put that with Metroid 1 or Kingdom Hearts, or A Link to the Past. Now those beeping alarms are definitely annoying. Anyway, here's another little cactus location here. He will be camping at the bonfire. I have 3 more finds to go before I can claim my prize. But yeah, how did Watts even get this far into the cave with all the monsters about? He's a swindler, he should be dead by now. I know these purple and pink mushroom tops anywhere. That's right, the mushbooms are back. And they, just like the rabbits, gain levels with you. Beat his ass, beat his ass! I probably should have switched over to another character, but I'm playing as Angela for way longer than I thought I would be. Her Holy Bolt technique is enlightening, to say the least. The caverns suck, I know. I do have a bit of a tip for you. Whenever you plant stuff in the magic pot, look for an item called the Curious Cookie. If you eat that, you'll gain 10% more experience points. But the effects will wear off after 10 minutes, so it's definitely useful if you want to get your characters to promotion status sooner, or if you just want the extra ability, I guess. And you definitely want that extra ability in this game because magic rules. Later on in the game, even better versions of the Curious Cookie will come along, like the Mystic Cookie or whatever that other cookie is called. And when you consume those cookies, they'll give you even more experience in battles. You see those pink goblins? That's the final new enemy type from the caves, the hobgoblins. They hit slightly harder than the regular goblins and can debuff your party when it matters because your party's that powerful. So it's only a mild inconvenience. Anyway, they cast debuff spells like Defenseless and Enfeeble, which will drop your party's defensive powers and lower your magic stats respectively. And the hobgoblins are one of those enemies that just so happen to inexplicably have an AT field and you have to cut through that in order to do real damage to the thing. Gotta love enemies with shields like that. I'm not even sure if enemies on easy mode have these types of shields. Never played the game on easy mode, to be honest, because that would just be boring at that point. Anyway, we're getting closer to the boss arena, and Watts is not too far from that. Will things go right for once? Well, this is an RPG, so no, things will not go right. We're probably gonna have to fight something.
Where'd this hole come from? Oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Ah! Did you hear that? I ain't gonna stick around. Later!
What's with this mole thing? We ain't got time to deal with this. Let's get this done.
Angela fucking jinxed us, I knew it! Here's the boss of Dwarf Village, the Jewel Eater. A very common trope with enemies with the Earth Elemental or just any enemy affiliated with Gnome. They have a lot of health, either that or their defense is super high compared to other elements. The weak spot, or rather weak spots on the mole are going to be its paws. so you want to attack those to stun it quicker. Its elemental weakness is wind, which Reese does kind of have with her whirlwind spear. She just doesn't have the elemental of wind yet. If that even makes sense, it probably didn't, but Reese can still tap into some wind magic even though she doesn't have the elements of wind just yet. Like, she didn't find the actual spirit. Now, getting back to the Jewel Eater, it's got a couple of different attacks that will cause a wide, massive area of effect, like the Ground Slam. This move being chief amongst nasty attacks, as the mole causes an earthquake and rocks will drop from the ceiling. The big red circle for Ground Slam will become smaller red circles to indicate where the rocks are going to fall. The boss will occasionally dive into one of the holes in the wall to gain more of an advantage, which doesn't work because it's still exposed. Whenever it's in these holes in the wall, it will just use its tongue as a long whip. Nothing really too dangerous unless if you're Angie, in which case, yikes.
This does not bode well. Everyone, stay vigilant. Keep on.
For most of the fight, I used Reese because of her whirlwind spear. But you can also use Duran and just cut through the enemy's armor that way too. Whenever a character has a special built up in the CS gauge, switch to them and use it. Your punches hurt a lot worse when the enemies can't do anything about it. Oh, now the fun is over. My punches won't do nearly as much damage now. That's what you get with Earth creatures. Speaking of weird names for music in this game, this song is called Black Soup. Don't ask why. Maybe this song is about Venom eating tomato soup or something, I don't know. Anywho, the Jewel Eater is a boss that has high defense, but is very slow and will go by quickly if your teammates cooperate. Which they have been for the most part. They're good people. Grant's a bit of a dick and Angela's snotty, but Reese is fine, I like her. Now it's time for the coup de grace. Duran finished this by going up the creature's ass. If only Ant-Man did that to his villains in some of those movies, that would solve a lot of problems. I love that sound.
Everyone doing all right? Woo! So that's the legendary subterranean monster Jewel Eater. Well, I'll be. Oh, the tunnel entrance you know as Stone Split Gap, we call Gem Valley. They say that Jewel Eater only surfaces in the valley once every 1,000 years. Oh, you all are lucky. The first gnome goes missing, and now Jewel Eater appears. What in tarnation is going on?
Well, my ears done started burning.
Gnome! You're all right!
Well, of course I'm all right. See? There I was, just taking a nap, minding my own business, when Jewel Eater done come out of nowhere and dug a burrow straight through my bed. If I hadn't woken up, I'd have been that monster's lunch. Whew.
Ooh, that ain't nothing to laugh about.
Gnome? We need your help.
Oh, if it ain't Fairy! Been too long, sister!
With the power of the elementals, we can open the portal to the Sanctuary of Mana. Please?
Well... I ain't one to turn down a request from an upstanding lady like yourself. Leave it to me, miss.
We've obtained Gnome, the polar opposite of wind and the sturdy element to help boost ally defenses. The 3 earth spells are Stone Saber, Diamond Shards, and Protection.
Well, I'll be. You guys are friends with the great and powerful gnome. I'm sorry for being so rude earlier. Here, you can have the Nitromyte on the house. Oh, don't you worry about it. No charge.
With the Nitromyte, we can finally advance with the plot.
Here, I'll send you right back to the entrance to Dwarf Tunnel with this magic rope. You all take care now. Oh, give my regards to Gnome.
That's unfortunately going to be the end of this part of Trials of Mana. Stay tuned for part 12.